There was one small thing. You were saying, what's some good news? This is a tiny thing that I noticed. You remember Richard Spencer? He's basically the organizer of Unite the Right,
lunatic.
The white nationalist group that was marching in Charlottesville. It was all in for Trump. Not anymore. Here's his quote. He tweeted last night, "I deeply regret voting for and promoting Donald Trump in 2016.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
I mean,
that's big. That's interesting.
Do you know why?
Well,
It has
because
to do with
Trump,
the
like
support
I
of
said
Israel,
yesterday,
right?
Trump ran on not invading and not being a warmonger.
That's what I'm talking about. This was
These people, they don't want. They're the ones who are going to go.
because they're nationalists.
But this was the cornerstone of. This was a huge part of his platform when he ran, and that's why I asked his base. You can't believe everything someone says just because you like that person. Believe what your principles are and what you stand for. And if he, you know, this is where I'm confused. I want to know what the strategy is. What is the United States strategy coming from the White House? Because at one day you're pulling out of Syria too soon, I think, in a lot of our opinions. And then here we are with Iran. So what is the thinking? What is the long-term game here? Because that is what we have learned from Iraq from day one, is we have to be so careful. We have to be so thoughtful about what all of this means.
Well, and I think what's interesting about Megan's, and I think what's interesting about Megan's point is that when we have to take comfort in the fact that Iran is not disproportionately responding to the actions of our president, we are in a really precarious situation, because it's our president then who is being the provocative person.
But
Iran is the one that's showing the restraint. When we should be showing restraint.
Can I respond though, just to that? Just because they were, what led up to this was the killing of civilians, the aggressions against our naval warships.
Yeah,
like,
well,
they have been harassing
that's
us for a long
all
time.
that led to this. This is, you know what? There has been, people have had a bug up their behind about Iran for quite some time.
And Iran has been provocative.
And as have we. As have we.
And other presidents had the opportunity to kill this guy, and they didn't.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I'm simply saying we got to a position diplomatically where we got everybody saying, okay, we're willing to sit down and talk.
Yeah.
We're willing to sit down and talk. Now, everybody was mad about the deal.
You're talking about the Iran deal.
Yeah.
Everybody was mad about the Iran deal.
Not everybody. I think people thought it was a good idea.
People like me were mad about the Iran deal. People like her were
and Trump
happy
was
about
mad,
it.
but Obama was happy about it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just saying, you know, people were mad about the Iran deal. He came in and used that.
Yeah.
He said, we're pulling out of that.
Yeah.
And he came in and cut it up and made it go away.
Yeah.
This is a guy who didn't say to his diplomats, what's the best strategy to do? What is the best way to go for this? This is not a guy who's looking diplomatically to keep a war from happening. And I'm happy that Iran didn't send a missile. I would like to know what the imminent threat was.
Yes.
I'd still like to know that.
I think everyone needs to know that.
You know, because I think that would help people understand why
but
it was, yes?
From the perspective of the imminent threat is that they were escalating and escalating, and then American civilians were killed. And unlike in the Obama administration, President Trump made threats on Twitter. I know that everyone disagrees with that, but for the first time, it's a complete and total paradigm shift from where the Obama administration was, which was the apology tour, trying to go, and then...
I understand all that. I want to know what the imminent threat that caused, because if you're talking about endangering people, why endanger the people that are there? If you know there's an imminent threat, why not move them out first and then take them out?
Yeah, he didn't even take them back.
But I'm not disagreeing. I'm simply saying there are better ways to do this, and it makes...
And there's a cost, too.
There is a cost, and I'm very happy that we haven't lost anybody, that we didn't lose anybody.
And look, I'm incredibly hawkish. I always have been. It's like a cornerstone of my political perspective.
Yeah,
so obviously we are all... I'm going to see this through a different lens than probably everyone in this room, but I am not mad that Soleimani is killed.
No one is mad.
I am not...
Listen, let me say this so that we're all really clear.
Right, please.
And where we're at now.
No one is saying that, oh, we're really disappointed he was killed. That's not what we're saying. I'm saying if you're going to go kill somebody that's high up in the government, I'd like to know why if you say there's an imminent threat. Does that mean there's a threat?
That's what Trump's going to do now.
Is there a threat like something's happening tomorrow? Is it happening here in the United States? What is going on? Because I don't like being in the dark.